Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I have a little bit of a chest cold, so that's why my voice sounds even sexier than usual. Thank you. Now, I'm going to be doing another mystery CD review of 5. They're after me. Of 5 mystery CDs. The thing is, this time I picked them out, so it's just a mystery to you. It's not so much a mystery to me. So here we go. I'll get the least liked out of the way first, because most people do not like this artist, but I do. Some of her music. It is no, that's not John Lennon's Plastic Ono Band album. It is Yoko Ono's. And they just switched their position on here, which I thought was quite cool back in the day. There's Yoko Ono when she was 15 years old, 3 feet tall, and then she had a growth spurt. And I actually also have Walking on Thin Ice, a compilation of her greatest hits, all her top 40 songs. And the one album of hers that, excuse me, I absolutely love is Season of Glass, although I don't think it's been in print for a few years. And for people that hate Yoko Ono, I totally understand it, that you don't like her voice, but at the same time, there's some fans of the Beatles that hate Yoko Ono, and they haven't actually really, truly listened to some of her music. Earlier on, of course, the experimental albums with John Lennon, and she's screaming and all that. Not a fan of that, but she did some songs that I absolutely love, like Goodbye Sadness after John Lennon's death. That's on Season of Glass. Midsummer New York, which is a great rock song. And she actually sings very well, I thought. We're All Water from the John Lennon Yoko Ono album Sometime in New York. And this one, her first album, not a big fan of it, except for the song Why, which features Eric Clapton on guitar. And you know, the first couple of times I heard it, and she screams throughout the song, and it's like, oh my god. But the backing track with John Lennon's guitar work, and I believe it's Ringo on drums, I loved it. And then playing it a couple of times, I got used to her screaming, and it kind of fit with the aggression of the music. So that's just me, though. Like I said, I totally understand if you hate her music. But I like some of it, and I love some of it. Now, some people have I hope you don't get my virus. Well, I won't cough into the lens. More than one person has asked me to do a ranking or a review of this album, and I don't have a big enough interest in it to do a whole review, but I have enough interest to do a little mini review. And it is the Zombies. I don't even know how you pronounce that. Odyssey and Oracle. There it is. One of the classic albums from the 60s. I was, at one point, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I was obsessed with this album, and I played it a lot. And I haven't played it that much since. And it's just certain songs that I really love. A Rose for Emily, Brief Candles. I mean, I do love the whole album, but there's certain songs that I just absolutely love. But like I said, I haven't really played it much lately, so I should play it again. But it is definitely a classic. I've talked about this fellow before. I loved his debut album, and when this first came out, it was like, oh my god, this is so much better than his first one, which was great. The production was better. It was a full-on rock album, like, and it is Elvis Costello's This Year's Model. The only thing about it is, as much as I loved it, I got tired of it fairly fast. And it's the same with great albums like The Clash's London Calling. Great album, but after I've heard the album a handful of times, it's like, okay, I've heard it. I have no passion to put it in my CD player and listen to it again. Not that I won't at some point, but still, it is a damn good album. And what I like about the American version is it ends with Radio instead of Night Rally, which Night Rally is great, but Radio is just a great way to end an album. A Canadian band, and absolutely one of my favorite bands of all time. You people should listen to this group more, buy their albums, not just their various hit singles. This is, I believe, from 1970. I think it's 1972. Featuring one of my favorite singers, Burton Cummings, rockin' the Guess Who. And it's really got a live feel to it. There's the old RCA label. Well, I guess it doesn't have the dog, does it? So maybe it isn't. They were definitely a party band back in the day after they ditched Randy Bachman, who wasn't into partying. But if you love hard rock and mixed in with a bit of 50s kind of music, there's this, the last song, this is so damn good. It starts with a jukebox and, you know, the needle hitting the vinyl, and it's called High Rockers, and it starts with Burton Cummings singing the old classic Sea of Love. And then it goes into these other 50s parodies that are just so damn good, especially Don't You Want Me, but Heaven Only Moved Once Yesterday's is beautiful. So I don't know, probably hard to find this album these days, but you should possibly be able to listen to it on Spotify or YouTube. So, and a great opening track, Heartbroken Bopper, with a really cool guitar riff. So let me know if you've ever heard this. I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. And finally, this band I've talked about before, and I just really respect them. I wish they had lasted longer, the four original members. Along with Queen, probably one of the most talented foursomes, and the Beatles, of course, probably one of the most talented foursomes combined into a group. And it is 10cc. And this is their second album, Sheet Music. And what's funny about that is, for years, I didn't get the joke of the title. I just thought, okay, sheet music. But what they're implying is SHIT music. And one of the songs is The Worst Band in the World. The production is just amazing. The Wall Street Shuffle is likely my favorite song on this, but I also think Clockwork Creep is just, it's insanely incredible. It's the whole story, and they are just close to geniuses, I think. Although, I will say, my favorite 10cc album is the last one with the 4 original members, How Dare You. This one, like some other albums, I loved right away, and then I got kind of tired of it quickly, so I don't play it as much. But with the album How Dare You, I could play it over and over and over. I never get tired of it. So that's it. That's my review of 5 different artists, 5 different CDs. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're going to have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. I don't know why I'm doing this. Bye-bye.